Good morning, my friends and family. It's Elena Rodriguez. If you're there, say hello, say good morning. If you're watching the replay, please do hashtag replay so I can thank you for your time. So if you caught me last night on my video where I was a little pissed off, it's amazing at how God can kind of just knock me on my head sometimes. And yeah, I'm stubborn too. Okay. And this topic of narcissistic relationships is real, and it's something that gets brushed away so often for many reasons. And I'm going to talk about it. And I'm going to talk about it shamelessly. I'm not going to be embarrassed about it. I'm not going to hide from it. It takes enough years of your life, regardless, when you're in it, that when you're out of it, don't let it take more years of your life. So I woke up this morning with all of this conversation going on in my head with me and my GOD because I've really run from this topic. Every time I'm provided the tools to be able to help women in this area, I don't want to do it. I give a little bit and then I back off and I don't want to do it. But I know I can do it. I know I'm supposed to do it. So I woke up this morning thinking about myself and how I got here. You know, it's taken me years to heal and evolve and transform myself. Like, it's taken years. And I was talking last night that I'm fully aware of how this happened, how I got into the relationship. But because I looked at it, I wanted to know, how did this happen to me? Why did I let this happen? You know, I'm a smart person. I'm a strong person. How did I get here? And I think sometimes women that have lived through it, we're beat down so much, we're made to think we're stupid. We're made to think that we deserved it, that we caused it. And somewhere in my spirit, I knew better. I knew better. I didn't deserve this. I didn't cause this. Nobody chooses this for their life. Nobody chooses this for their kids. So how did I get here? And I'm going to share that piece this morning because if you're coming out of it, maybe you're in it. And I'm going to share another hard fact. The reason I have shied away from this topic is because when you're in it, no one can get you out but yourself. And that might sound harsh. That might sound cold. People might say, like, you know, how could you say something like that? Nobody can change your mind for you. You love that person and you're dependent on that person. You don't think you can do it on your own. You don't think you can live through the excruciating pain of breaking free. You actually need that person because they've broken you down so much. They've made you dependent on them. So if you're in it, I can't help you make the choice to get out of it. But if you have found yourself out of it and you have found yourself still struggling, and you have that little bit of strength and you're fighting hard to improve your life and you're fighting hard to improve your circumstances and your career or your business or your kids or your family or your home. Like, if you're really trying and you just can't understand why you're not getting forward, you feel like you just can't catch a break, then I can help you. But I can't help you when you're in it, just like no one could help me when I was in it. There were some people that could see it. But it's a pattern. And sometimes it's behavior that you can see in other members of your family as well. Nobody could help me. God helped me. That's it. That's it. And he helped me in the most extreme way. So I'm talking about this because I don't want to talk about this. I want to kind of just help people in business, and let's build business, and let's grow your money, and let's become that leader. Like, that's my safe spot. I can do that all day long. This is where I'm needed. This is where my strength shows up. This is where my pain and my heartache serves a purpose. So for me, if you have found yourself in this place and you know you're smart enough to have known better, like you don't know how the hell did you get here? How did you let this happen? And you're beating yourself up again and again and again. Number one, stop beating yourself up. Forgive yourself. If it's hard to forgive yourself, ask God to take it for you. But it has to start with forgive yourself. Okay? Just today's a new day. Let's press reset. Let's go again. But forgive yourself. How it happened for me, and I talk about this, and I'm not ashamed to talk about it. The relationship that I was in that was very narcissistic, he has passed away. Most people in my life now don't even know who he was. And that's cool. I love that. The thing that you're going to find is that if you're still surrounded with people that are close to this person that was bad in your life, they enabled the behavior. You're the bad one. How dare you talk about this? How dare you make somebody look bad? It's an enabling, and that's why we don't talk about it, because we're so beat down in it that when we even try to talk about it and get help, that help isn't there either. Like, it's such a jacked up mind game. And I'm going to talk about it because why? I'm living. This is my life still. I still have to carry the damage. I still have to carry the pain. I still have to carry the forgiveness every single day for myself. I'm living it. So I'm going to talk about it, whether people think you shouldn't talk about it. You know, I'm gonna. So for me, I had come off of a really, really difficult time. 2010, the end of 2010, I separated from my husband. The husband I had been married to for 11 years. We had been together almost 16 years. We had 2 kids. We separated. By March 2011, our divorce was final. So that was March 2011. I'm newly divorced. By June, I found out my dad had cancer. And I was in Indiana, he was in Arizona. My dad is a root of a lot of things. I love my dad. He had cancer. Flew out to Arizona, June, July 7th, we found out there's no hope. He's got weeks to live. He died October 1st. The person that came into my life that I had known all my life, from kindergarten I knew him, came into my life at a time that I was the most weak. My dad died. I was divorced. I was broken down. My dad was my dad. Like, I loved him. Immediately, I felt dependent and close on this person because I was broken. But so quickly, and I can see it now, so quickly, he was chipping at my weakness, and he was digging it deeper, and he was already making me fearful of being alone, and he was making me see all the things that I was afraid of because I was openly sharing my pain and my fears because I trusted him. So it was used against me. And that's how it began. Within months, it was a fight every day. I tried to walk away at that time, and then I was called selfish and a cold-hearted bitch and all the things that hurt me. So I stayed because I thought, maybe it'll get better. Maybe he needs me. Maybe, maybe I'm just in a rough spot right now. And it didn't get better. But can I beat myself up? I was weak. I was dealing with grief. I had lost a marriage, grieving a marriage, and I lost my dad. And it was used against me, and I was made to feel dependent, and I was made to feel like I couldn't do it on my own, and I was made to feel like I wasn't special enough, and I would never figure it out. And if I left, how could I be such a cold-hearted bitch to leave him? Like it was jacked up. But if you're in this situation, or if you're struggling to try to get out, or you're trying to be happy again, look at the beginning. There was probably something going on in your life that this bomb just came in and blew up all over the place. Forgive yourself. When you're in that moment of being very vulnerable, already broken, you're weak. And that's okay. You make choices that you wouldn't make otherwise. You say things, you do things, you believe things, especially when it's somebody that you trust, because when they come into your picture, they're like your Prince Charming. They know how to turn it on. They're your savior. They're the one that you've been praying for. You're so happy they're in your life, and they use it against you. So forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. Because I know how I stepped into it. That's why I take responsibility. I made the choices. But I was in a situation where I was completely broken and grief-stricken already. And that is where I forgive myself. I look at the pain. I'm trying to find the purpose in it. And I know God is telling me my purpose is because there are people that need this strength for themselves. There are people that need to forgive themselves. There are people whose hearts are deserving of love and happy relationships, and you're pushing it away. You're not even open to it, even though that's what you're telling yourself you want. There's so much work to be done around this one topic, and I've stayed away from it because I've allowed my own fear. I've allowed those opinions to seep in, and I'm the one that claims what you think of me is none of my business. But this is a trigger point for me. This brings up my pain. But then I look at where I am today, and I am happy today in my life. And there are people like you that are in it and you're not happy. And you deserve to be happy. These are your minutes. These are your days. This is your time. This is your life. And you need to live it happy. Don't let somebody take that from you. They've taken enough. They've taken enough, and you can't get that back. And I want to help. I'm capable of helping. I'm fully equipped to help. I've got a tool belt of skills to help. But this is a topic people don't want to talk about. Because the narcissists, everybody around them enables them. There's an excuse as to why they're moody. It's not moodiness. There's an excuse as to why they keep replaying these patterns. Get over it. We all got shit to deal with. But the people around a narcissist make the excuses for the narcissist. So even when you go to the closest people that you think will be there to help and support you, they're giving you the excuses as to why he's this way. and why you should be more sensitive. So that's another layer telling you you're wrong. That's another layer telling you that you wanting to be happy and joyful in your life is selfish. How dare you not be there for this person that is so weak and vulnerable? You know what? They aren't weak and vulnerable. They're damaged, but instead of owning it and healing it, they're taking it down on other people to break them down just so that they can feel a little bit better. And I'm here to help those people that have been broken down to stand up. Stand up and dust yourself off, and you know what? Walk away. Live your life. Be happy for you. Claim your blessings. They've taken enough from you. So I woke up this morning thinking about myself because I talked about it last night. I know fully how I got in the situation. I know fully how many times I tried to step away because I could see it. It wasn't healthy. But I didn't. I didn't. Because I'm human too. And I was broken to that point to feel like I would never be able to do it on my own. I was told I would be alone. He reinforced in me at the point where I was most vulnerable of losing my dad that my sons were going to grow up and leave me. That if I didn't want to be with him, was I really choosing to just be alone my whole life? Because that's what they were going to do. My sons would leave me. Everyone in my life would leave me. Like, that's the shit I was being told after I had just lost my dad. Do you think I wanted to be alone? It's mind games. Then it turned into the physical stuff. How to feel insecure about everything about you. Nobody would want that. Nobody would want you. And if I was in my clear mind, I would have been, then why do you? But I wasn't. And they know how to do this. And then they know how to turn on the charm, and then they know how to turn on the apologies, and they know how to give you all the things that you've claimed that you want so that you feel like, oh, he does love me. That's not love. So I've talked about this for 2 days. Then I woke up this morning and I shared a Broken Stronger post that I wrote a year ago today. It's talking about the broken, stronger woman. I reshared it. So go to my page and read it. That was a year ago today I posted that. This is what I'm supposed to do. This is who I'm supposed to talk to. And I keep running from it. You all have seen my journey. You know, I'm helping you with your mindset. I'm helping you with your leadership. I'm helping you with your business. I'm helping you with your fitness goals. Because it's all part of it. This jacks up your life. Your physical well-being goes to shit when you have that much stress in your life. In 2015, I had 4 cancer biopsies. 4. There were 4 areas in my body so sick that I had to go through that many surgical procedures. And 4 different times I had to wait in anxiety. Did I have cancer? They all came back negative. All of them. It was stress. It was poison. It was toxic crap filling me up, manifesting and growing inside of me. I had a neck surgery that I collected a mound of, I was told it was inflammation from being in fight and flight mode every day. Guys, this stuff is real. So when I come out here today and I talk about women's wellness and I talk about the mind, the body, and the spirit, they all are affected. They all go hand in hand. When one is damaged, the other one is going to feel the effects. If you're trying to just improve one without looking at the other, it won't work. If you're trying to just get skinny and get pretty on the outside, but the inside's still jacked up, you're still not going to be happy. You're still not going to be happy. So I'm doing the only thing that I know how to do, and that is to coach and offer help. But I know if you're in this place, you're starting from like 0 or -0 in my case. So if you want to figure out how you can work with me through February, I'm going to do a group. That's the only way that I'm not going to be able to do one-on-one. I'm going to do a small group, meaning we're all in it. And it's not going to be free, but it's going to be what you can afford. Because I'm not worried about that, but I got to live too. My time is valuable too. But I don't even know what this format's going to look like, because it could be just coaching. Let's get through the shit. Start forgiving yourself. Claim what it is that you want. I know that you can't even see it. You're still telling yourself you need clarity, that when you become clear on what it is that you need to do next, you'll do it. You're never going to get clear on it, because clarity doesn't exist. But it takes competency. You might not know what you have to do. It takes confidence. Your confidence is depleted if you're in a relationship with a narcissist. So we got to start there too. And until your confidence is built up, do you have the courage to then do what's next? Those 3 things, that's your clarity. So we'll work on that. We're going to work on communication. We think in pictures. You can't communicate with a narcissist. They don't hear you. It's all about them. And we hear with our ears, but we listen with our emotions. So if you're trying to tell this person something, they're hearing you, just like we all hear, but they're listening to you from their own place. They don't get it. They don't care. It's about how it's affecting them. So we're going to talk about, how do you paint the picture? This is all the stuff I already worked on this whole year, but I didn't want to do this. But I'm going to do this because you need me. Because you need to be happy in this time that you are given here on earth. And this is the calling God has been pulling me to do. Yes, I'm going to start my nonprofit. Yes, I'm going to serve. But this is the work. This is the work. This is the pain I've lived. These are the lessons I have been put through. This is the strength I have built. This is what I'm supposed to do. I've already built the programs. I've already built the stuff. It's not about that. It's about you being brave enough and taking that one step. Join me for a month. It's all I'm asking. Join me for a month and I will feed into you every ounce of lesson and learning and courage and heartbreak and clawing your way back out. How I did it. How I did it and had to deal with him dying. How I did it and had to heal from the 5-year affair after he died. I did it. And I'm not ashamed to talk about this. This is my life. Those are his actions and what I went through. And no, he's not living. And if you think it's wrong for me to talk about this because somebody has passed away, I'm living it still. What's that say to me? Is my life not worth it? Are my lessons not able to help somebody forward? Because that's what I'm supposed to do. So if you don't like what I have to say, sign off. Don't listen. Don't follow me. Block me. Leave. I don't care. This is what I'm doing. People need me. And I'm working with women. If you're a man and you're in this situation too, then you need to contact me separately. But for my women, if you're ready, and you know what? You're not ready. You're scared. Trust me. It's okay. But we need to start with forgiving yourself. Okay? Just like you can ask God for forgiveness, you need to just ask him once and it's done. He doesn't need it repeated. You don't need to keep beating yourself up. You made a choice. It was a wrong choice. It jacked up a lot of shit in your life. Now you're left to deal with the healing process. But forgive yourself. And let's get to the healing process so we can move forward and be happy. I've done it. I'm happy in my life today. But I can't carry people that don't want to be carried. I can't help people that don't want to be helped. And I'm surely not going to put my time into somebody that's in that yo-yo phase. Today you want to leave, tomorrow he's an amazing person. Today he's an asshole, tomorrow he's the love of your life. I lived that. Until you're done with that, can we actually get to the business of rebuilding your life? He's not going to change. It's not going to get better. You've just gotten comfortable with the pattern. You've gotten comfortable with knowing exactly how the fight's going to go. You know how many days it's going to last. You know how many days he's going to ignore you. You know the things that he's going to say. You know how you're going to make up. And you know what? When you make up, you're going to tell yourself that the sex is so freaking amazing. But you know why it feels amazing? Because you're deprived and neglected of any physical touch and attention or any sensitivity all the other days. You're so depleted of emotional attachment and feeling close. You're so depleted of that affection and that attention that the sex you have after the fight is amazing. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's just that you've been treated like shit all the other days in between. Trust me. It's how it goes. So I'm going to start working, like Monday, it's February 1st. I love when a new month starts on a Monday, and we're just going to rock and roll with it. You want to get in, I need you to message me. I'm going to tell you what I have planned, and if it's for you, great, and if it's not, then it's not. Then it's not for you right now. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid. I'm not judging. I have lived through some sick shit that I dealt with. Like, there's no judgment here. But be prepared that as we work together, we're going to dig into it. You're going to hear about some of the sick shit. Because I got to share it so that you know I know exactly what I'm talking about and how to help you get through it. I've lived it. So, have a beautiful day. We're rocking and rolling. I woke up with major power and energy flowing through me, and I wasn't going to hold it in. So, if you've watched this till the end, let me know. But if you need to message me, please message me. All right. Have a good day.